What's up guys, Caleb here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the LEGO Architecture White House set. This set has 1,483 pieces and costs you $100 in the United States. Hopefully in this review I can clear up if this set is worth it for you or not. Now I did decide to post this review on January 20th, 2021, and if you don't know already, today is Inauguration Day, so it's when the President moves into the White House, and I thought it'd probably be just a fitting time to, post a review of the White House since the President is moving in, and regardless if you like him or not, it's still an important day in our history. Regardless if you like who's moving into the White House or not, it's a day that's going to go down into American history for many, many years, and so it just seemed fitting that I should, post the White House review today of all time. The box looks very, very nice in this 18 up style. I really like the black background with like the white hue behind the White House. That looks very, very nice. And on the back, you actually have a really neat shot comparing the LEGO White House to the actual model, and that actually ended up looking really, really cool, so I really like the box for this. I do think it's worth saying that I actually live in about an hour from Washington, D.C., and so I've actually been down there a bunch. I'll go down there roughly every year, and we'll just spend a day out of it and walk around Washington, D.C., and then my dad actually ended up getting us tickets to walk inside the White House, and so we got a full-on tour inside of the White House. We got to go through a bunch of security, wait in a bunch of lines, but it was really, really cool to actually walk through the White House. We didn't go to the president's apartment and see him or anything, but we actually walked through the White House, and I definitely think that just off the box, this is a worthy representation of the White House. Let's get to the actual build. Instructions right off the bat look very, very nice with the White House in a few different languages, and even the back has a really, really cool thing comparing the LEGO model to the architecture style. I always love that with these architecture sets. And it has a bunch of information about the White House, especially as you go along. It'll have information on the little bits. So you actually build the first 3 bags, build the White House, and then 4 builds this wing and 5 builds the other wing. And so it actually has a fair amount of information on the White House, and it's honestly a pretty quality, nice instruction manual that you're getting in this set. And here's the White House itself, and I will say that it was a pretty repetitive build. Like, the actual White House itself is exactly symmetrical, and so pretty much everything you do twice, which is a bit boring. And these wings, although they look the same at first, they're actually very, very different from each other. This has a bunch of other stuff on this side. This one has skylights on the roof, and this whole side is actually about 4 studs longer than this wing, which I found very interesting. I'm sure it's actually accurate to the model, but I thought it was interesting that this side is much different and quite a bit longer than this side, which I found very, very interesting. But I gotta say off the bat, this model just looks absolutely stellar. It looks very, very, very nice as an architecture set, and as somebody who lives close to Washington, D.C. and can definitely respect the White House in Washington, D.C., this looks very, very high quality and nice, and this is definitely an eye catcher and a very, very high quality, nice set. Now, if we want to take an in-depth look at the set, the 2 wings actually detach from each other to have just the White House on its own. So we can actually take a look at the White House on its own without the wings grabbing the attention, but you can just display this on your own, obviously, if you didn't have a lot of show room. I don't know what you do with the left and right wing, but you could definitely just have this displayed as a little model if you didn't have a lot of storage space. On the front, you have the very, very nice exclusive White House print. Gotta love that. And then it also has a little fountain, which I've heard people complain about. They don't like how it looks. I honestly really like how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool just to have a little fountain, and obviously it's really accurate. These trees, however, are a pain in the butt to build. They take forever, these little trees. They end up looking very, very nice. You just got to go into it knowing that it's going to be a long build building these trees. The entrance is also very, very neat. Definitely resembles the entrance to the White House. It's got the pillars, which look spectacular, and it's just instantly recognizable, right? Like, what else could this be? This is instantly recognizable. You have the American flag on top, which is very, very nice. You have the chimneys, some of the windows, and the whole entire side just looks very, very nice. I don't think the back's quite as good, it's just not a bit less detail, but I think that's alright, because usually you're going to be displaying the front. You're going to have the 2 trees here, a bit of a sidewalk, and a back patio, which is very, very nice, but the back's a bit duller. Then we have the east wing, which also looks very, very nice. I definitely think that you could not display this on its own, just the East Wing, it wouldn't be very recognizable, but the black border just doesn't go all the way around, and so it just look a bit off with the side of it, but it definitely looks very, very nice when it's all connected up to the White House. And I definitely think it's superior to the earlier, I want to say 2010 model of the White House that was just the White House and not the East and West Wing. I think it's very, very good that Legos went the extra mile and included the East and West Wing. I think that's very, very nice. Near the front of it, you have the cherry blossom trees, and as somebody who's actually visited Washington, D.C., that's really, really cool to see in Lego form. You have some other trees and just general garden area with some bushes and other details. You have some more windows. I like this little entrance to it, and then around here you actually have a sidewalk that goes all the way through there. It actually goes all the way through, which is pretty neat. You have another sidewalk around here and just some more windows in detail. I don't really think you could display this just on its own, but it definitely looks a lot better when connected all the way up with the White House. At first, it may look a lot like the East Wing. The West Wing is very different in its own way, and I really, really like how they didn't just do this all symmetrical. They went the extra mile and just put all the details into this model, which I think is really, really neat. Honestly, I probably like the West Wing a bit better than the East Wing. It's just a lot bigger. Now in the front you have some more cherry blossom trees and some other trees. I really like how it has just almost like a garden area here. It's really, really nice. It has some windows, which I do think look a little bit odd with the stud poking through, so that's a bit of a shame. I like how the top is rounded off and tiled off just very, very nicely. I love also how they did the skylights with these little pyramid pieces. Those look really, really nice. You have another entrance on the side, which looks really, really cool. I like how that looks. And just some cool arches and stuff around here, which end up looking really, really nice. If you want to connect the two sides and just have the full White House, it literally just clips on to 4 studs here. You literally just press it in place, and it's that simple. Same exact thing. The other one, and then you can have the entire White House, which just looks spectacular. My widest set ever. This set is absolutely massive. I actually saw it on display at the Lego store. They had a glass case and everything. It just looked so good, and it caught my eye, and so I ended up buying it, and I'm definitely not ashamed that I bought it. This is a very, very detailed model. So should you buy the Lego Architecture White House? I would say heck yes, go for it. This set is just spectacular. It is one of my favorite sets I own, if not my new favorite. Probably not my new favorite. Sorry, Aston Martin, but this set's just so very detailed with all the little things. Just so many little details that went into this set that just make it one of the best architecture sets out there right now. I am in love with this set. This looks so good. It's literally too big to display on my shelf with all the other sets, so it sits on my dresser as its own standalone set, and it just is spectacular. I cannot get over how incredible this set is. As a fan of Washington, D.C., as someone who lives next to there, this is really, really cool, and I just cannot get enough of this set. I'm going to give this set a 93 out of 100. It's definitely a repetitive build, and it's just kind of a shame that it's just kind of a pain to build. It wasn't a super fun build. It ends up looking spectacular once you're done, but just a bit of a repetitive building experience, which was a bit of a shame, but once you get it done, there's almost nothing wrong with this set. One of my main faults is it's really hard to pick up, too, because you can't exactly pick this up, or the two sides kind of sag, and so you kind of have to go like this, and it's just kind of a pain to pick up. But I definitely think this is something that you have to pick up, and one of the best architecture sets of our time. This is Seabrick Productions. Sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.